Hi, I'm Lauren Gotting, new business director at URM Consulting. Back in January, we hosted a live Q&A session where Amarjit Sandhu, also known as AJ, URM's cybersecurity analyst and Cyber Essentials assessor, answered key questions about the Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus. During the session, he covered everything from the scheme's requirements and recent changes all the way through to practical advice for certification. In this series, we're sharing a selection of his answers in short, bite-sized clips. We hope you find them useful. This question here, thank you for the person that put this in. We took a few bits out. There's a few specifics in here that we just thought we'd take out for the presentation. But I think this is a really good example here. So an organisation, hybrid working, a lot of that going on since COVID, a lot of that happening, using a lot of SaaS products. Giving users laptops, iPhones. So in terms of hybrid working and the security requirements, is having a software firewall, devices being on Intune, and asking people to do a few things enough to comply with C and C++?
From a security perspective, you want to go as far as possible, have software firewalls, have the Intune, as they've suggested, don't allow access to guest Wi-Fi systems. But from a compliance point of view, the only requirement is the software firewall. So if someone's working away from the office, the only requirement for Cyber Essentials is that that device is then protected by a software firewall.
Excellent, thank you. And then iPhones, do they need to put some antivirus on for malware protection?
This is an interesting one because what IASME have said is that there is currently no supported malware solution for iPhones or Android phones.
AJ, sorry, I'm an iPhone user. Is that because iPhones are just abundantly secure and I'd never have to worry about my iPhone?
No, it's just that IASME have said there is no supported version, so they're not guaranteeing that it will protect you from everything. So what the recommendation is that you have other policies or other mechanisms in place. So that can be an MDM solution, MAM solution, anything that will give you an idea of what those devices are running or prevent from running, etc. If you don't have those solutions in place, you can also do this via a policy. So you can have policies in place that say, if, for an example, for an iPhone, you can only download and install applications from the App Store, nothing else. If you don't follow that requirement, it's a reason to fire you, kind of thing. It's as simple as that.
Okay, brilliant. And Windows laptops, are there any changes coming in around firmware driver updates?
No changes. So previously the requirement was that firmware had to be kept up to date, and that was a specific question. But in the current question set, IASME have kind of removed that requirement. So there's no requirement to state firmware levels or to state whether it's up to date. Same with driver updates. Obviously, when you are patching, some updates will be done via firmware and via driver updates. So they will need to be done. Just because the question's no longer asking it doesn't mean it's not a requirement. And when we go to do the CE Plus for those devices, it's something that the vulnerability scan will pick up.
Thank you, AJ, and thank you for watching. URM is hosting a free webinar in July where we'll be exploring the recent changes to the Cyber Essentials scheme and the Cyber Essentials Plus scheme in more detail. If you'd like to understand how these updates could affect your organisation and get further guidance from our experts, feel free to register at our website, urmconsulting.com. On the website, you'll have a chance to submit any questions ahead of time, and you'll, of course, be able to ask more during the live session, where no question will be left unanswered. If we don't hit them all on the live session, we'll reach out to address them one-to-one.